Thank you for staying with Citizen TV. So President William Ruto has been at loggerheads with government critics over the proposed national livestock vaccination in what is intended to rid the country's exports of harmful traces in dairy and meat products. A section of farmers have expressed resistance to the drive, saying that they already vaccinate their animals against known diseases and they don't understand why the campaign is necessary at this time. The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, however, has defended the initiative, saying it is crucial to save the sector from global alienation. Melita Oletenges has been looking for clarity on the matter and filed this report.
The sound of soothing music for cows at Joiro Farm, creating a calm atmosphere for milk production. While it may seem that cows have musical preferences, it turns out that the government has its own soundtrack. That of vaccinating cows, goats and sheep to improve their productivity and quality in milk and beef, ensuring they meet international standards.
Ndio tuweze kuondoa magonjwa, ndio soko yetu ambayo tumetafuta ya nyama tuweze kufikia hiyo soko. Kuna soko nyingi imefungwa ya huko nje kwa sababu ya mambo ya magonjwa.
Sometimes you find antibiotics in your milk. Antibiotics come from a cow that is sick and has been treated with antibiotics, and that shows up in your milk. How do you prevent the cow from getting sick? You vaccinate.
While the government sees this as a step forward, some of the farmers disagree.
Na hatuelewi, na hatutaki. Wakikuja, kwani ng'ombe ni yao? Ni yangu.
Kama mimi mwenyewe naona hiyo nitaogopa kuchanja mifugo wangu ama kufanya vaccination kwa mambo ambayo sijaelewa vizuri.
But the president's mind is made.
Anybody opposing vaccination to eliminate FMD and PPR is simply mad and unreasonable and possibly stupid.
And the matter has turned political. Some suspicious that it might all be a conspiracy with some foreign agenda.
Kiwa ni wazungu ambapo kwa wenyewe wamekataa mambo haya, alafu tunakuwa kama sisi ndio guinea pigs na wanyama wetu, tuna umuhimu, tuna haki kikatiba kusema la.
However, the Department of Livestock Development has defended the initiative. According to the department, the vaccination program is a local solution to a local problem.
There's no correlation between what we are vaccinating our animals and the purported climate action, as alleged by some leaders.
A statement released by the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development on 15th November 2024 stated that the national vaccination program will target 22 million cattle against foot and mouth disease and 50 million sheep and goats against peste des petits or PPR disease.
PPR vaccine costs just about 35 shillings. Foot and mouth disease vaccine will cost just over 100 shillings per animal.
Based on PS Mweke's figures, it would mean that vaccinating 22 million cows against foot and mouth disease at a cost of 100 shillings per dose would require 2.2 billion shillings, total of 3.95 billion shillings. According to the Livestock Department, the government will pay the fees, but farmers are expected to pay back.
We can get them access to credit for the inputs, which will be funded by government, and then that will be deducted from them as they sell their animals.
That will be something which is easy said than done, because where do you get this farmer? Unless, for example, if this farmer is taking his milk to maybe KCC, for example.
A section of farmers and veterinary medical practitioners, however, cite varying figures, with the vaccine against foot and mouth disease going for as high as 200 shillings when it reaches the farmer. Some of the farmers say that they regularly vaccinate their animals against foot and mouth disease, anthrax, lumpy skin disease, Rift Valley fever, and East Coast fever. They now wonder if the government's drive is a one-off for all, or it's targeted for regions not reached by the vaccines, and whatever the case, how urgent is it?
We need more information in terms of what kind of vaccine has now come into the market, which requires like one time one lifetime vaccination so that we are comfortable that there are no long-term effects which this vaccine is going to have on our animals.
Farmers like John Tasikoi and Richard Kone, who primarily raise cattle for beef, and Joseph Rono, who runs a dairy farm, argue that the vaccination process lacks transparency.
Hatujahusishwa, ni kusikia tu, ni inaitwa ubunuasi ambao unaendelea katika taifa letu.
With the conversation having evolved into claims that the vaccination drive is a plot to control methane gas emissions, experts suggest that vaccination is not the only solution to environmental challenges.
If you use efficient feeds, and also you can now also ferment feeds outside the rumen, all these methods reduce methane production.
For now, farmers continue with their daily activities as they tend to the animals in a season of festivities, during which many animals kept for meat will be slaughtered. Question is, how safe will they be for the season until the government rolls out a drive to make them safer for local human consumption? Melita Oletenges, Citizen TV.